Hello and welcome. Today we are going to get laser focused on one of the most important documents you'll ever write in your professional life, your CV. We're going to build a powerful one right from the ground up that actually gets results. So let's just dive right in.
So let me ask you something. A recruiter might spend, 6, maybe 7 seconds scanning a CV. In that tiny little window of time, does yours make them stop and think, wait a minute, I need to read more? You know, that first impression is literally everything. And today, we're going to make sure yours is a great one. In our last explainer, we landed on our really crucial point. You are the absolute best person to write your own CV. So today, we're taking that next logical step. We're going to build a professional CV from scratch, section by section. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the core foundation, the basics. Then we'll break down the 9 essential parts. After that, I've got some pro tips for you. We'll talk final steps and the cover letter, and then we'll look ahead to what's next, the job interview. So, let's kick things off with Section 1, the core foundation. It's time to get a really clear definition of this document that, in so many ways, is going to define you to a potential employer.
At its heart, a curriculum vitae, or CV as we all call it, is a concise summary. And that word concise is key. It's not your whole life story, right? It's a targeted showcase of your capabilities, your skills, your experience, and most importantly, your achievements.
Okay, on to Section 2, the 9 essential components. I want you to think of these as the fundamental, non-negotiable building blocks for your CV. If you get these right, you are already way ahead of the pack.
So this slide here lays out the basic anatomy of a great CV. We're going to start with contact info and that professional summary, move right through your experience and education, then we'll list your skills, and we'll finish up with all those final details like certifications and references.
Right at the very top of your CV are your first impression makers. Your contact info has to be crystal clear and professional. And yes, that means a simple, name-based email address. No weird high school nicknames, please. Then, your professional summary acts like your headline, a short, sharp statement about your goals and your key skills.
Now for the real meat of your CV, your work experience. You're always going to list this in reverse chronological order, so your most recent job is first. But listen, here's the absolute game changer. Don't just list what you are responsible for. You have to highlight what you achieved. Did you slash costs? Did you invent a new process? That's the stuff that really grabs an employer's attention.
Okay, next up are your qualifications. List your education, again, in reverse chronological order, and definitely don't forget to mention any academic honors. Now, when it comes to skills, be specific. It's a really good idea to separate your technical skills, like software proficiency, from your soft skills like problem solving or teamwork. Both are incredibly valuable.
And to round it all out, the final details. You want to list any relevant certifications or awards. If you speak other languages, make sure you state your proficiency level for each one. Personal info is usually optional, so only include it if it feels relevant. And for references, the standard, totally acceptable practice is just to write "available upon request." Simple.
All right, you've got the building blocks. Let's move on to Section 3, Pro Tips. This is where we take your CV from just being good to being great, the kind that makes someone say, we have to call this person. First tip, and it is a big one, length. Your CV should be 1, maybe 2 pages max. A recruiter just doesn't have time to read a novel. Keeping it brief shows that you can prioritize information and communicate effectively. It shows respect for their time.
This slide right here perfectly illustrates the point we were just talking about. Don't just say you were responsible for sales. Quantify it. Increase sales by 20% in 6 months. See the difference? Instead of managed operational budget, show the result. Reduced operational costs. Achievements with numbers are always more powerful.
Professionalism is all in the details. You should always tailor your CV for the specific job you're applying for. Use those keywords from the job description. Keep the design clean and simple with a readable font. And please proofread it. Then get a friend to proofread it, and then proofread it one more time yourself. There's a reason we're so serious about that. Attention to detail reflects professionalism. Think about it. A single typo can be enough to cast doubt on your entire application. It just suggests carelessness, and that is the absolute last impression you want to make.
We are in the home stretch now. Let's move to Section 4, Final Steps and the Cover Letter. This is all about keeping your CV up to date and understanding its most important partner in crime,
Remember, your CV is not a one-and-done task. You have to think of it as a living document. Every time you learn a new skill, get a new certification, or have a big win at work, update it. This way, you're always ready when that next great opportunity pops up.
This brings us to that age-old question that everyone asks. Is a cover letter really necessary in today's job market? And the answer is pretty simple. While it might not always be required, a well-written, targeted cover letter absolutely enhances the value of your CV. It's your chance to tell a story and make a direct human connection with the hiring manager. So yeah, you should always include one. And that brings us to our final section, the job interview. Because after all this work, your CV has done its #1 job. It has opened the door.
And this is the main takeaway. A perfect CV is not the end goal itself. It is your ticket. It's the key that gets you into the room for the most important stage of this whole process, the interview.
So you've crafted the document. You've highlighted your amazing achievements. Your CV is ready to go. But now for the real question. Are you ready for the interview? Well, we're going to tackle that in our next explainer.